Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is February 25th, 2025, and Gerard Pique has made some pretty astonishing statements in regards to Lamine Yamal. Also, Alex Candall, the reporter who broke the story that Messi was going to enter Miami, has stated that Messi will be coming back to Barcelona. And finally, Barcelona have received the green light for the transfer of Vitor Roque. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo and we will begin this video with the news that today Barcelona drew 4-4 against Atlético de Madrid in the first leg of the Copa del Rey semi-final in what was an absolute insane match where Barcelona pretty much threw away their lead. They were up 4-2. They could have finalized this semi-final before even heading to the second leg, but they fell asleep. They allowed Atletico Madrid to draw 4-4, and now Barcelona will have to play it all in the second leg of the semi-final, which will be played in April at the Atletico Madrid Stadium, the Wanda Metropolitana. Now, I did do the post-match live analysis. If you do want to hear my full analysis of the match, make sure to check out the video on the channel. Now, Pedri did have some statements after the match where, of course, he expressed his unhappiness given how Barcelona blew their 4-2 lead. And this is what the Barcelona midfielder had to say. It's not the worst result. It already happened to us in the league. We threw the game away. These are the things we have to learn. I think we played a great game in both games against Atletico. Today, we started off with a hard blow, but I'm left with the way the team reacted. When we get ahead, we have to be calmer and play. I feel important, but I prefer the team to win and for people to talk about the team. We're going to go for it. We have full confidence in the team. It's going to be a difficult match there, but we're going to go for it. That's for sure. So, of course, Pedri saying we need to learn from this because this is the second time we blew the match away. Of course, the first time in La Liga in December, we did play much better than Atletico Madrid, and yet they were able to win. Back then, we were a little bit more unlucky because we created a lot of chances, but the ball didn't seem to want to go in. Today, the ball went in. We scored 4 goals. We were up 4-2, and once again, we threw the game away by falling asleep and letting Atletico Madrid draw, which, of course, is a little bit problematic. Yes, it is a draw, but we are headed to the second leg in Atletico Madrid Stadium, in their home turf, with their fan base. So that definitely does make things more difficult. But, of course, Pedri saying that we are going to go for it. So that's good to hear, and hopefully the team will learn from their mistakes and we can readjust and do better in the second leg, because I more than believe that this team is more than capable of defeating Atletico Madrid. We showed it today. We showed it in La Liga back in December, but we just cannot keep making the same mistakes. Now, one of the players that shined today in the match was, of course, Lamine Yamal, who did whatever the hell he wanted, dribbling past all Atletico Madrid defender, causing a lot of problems on the right flank. And well, today before the match, he was announced that he had won the best player, under 23 player of the month for the month of February. That award goes after Hansi Flick received his award for best coach for the month of February in La Liga. Of course, Barcelona had a perfect month in February in La Liga where they won 4 out of 4 matches. One of those matches, I think it was against Alaves. Lamine Yamal completed 11 out of 21 dribbles attempted, beating Messi's previous record, or I should say, previous record of 10 dribbles completed in one match. Now, that's not Messi's highest record. That's his previous record. Lamine Yamal beat it. He completed 11 dribbles in a single match. And, of course, Lamine Yamal got awarded the best under-23 player of the month for the month of February, beating the likes of Javi Guerra, Uche, Javi Rodriguez, and also Jesus Rodriguez. Now, speaking of Lamine Yamal, Gerard Pique, while on a podcast with Iker Casillas, made some pretty shocking statements where he started talking about how great Lamine Yamal is, but then he added the following. My feeling is that Lamine Yamal would not be playing in our generation. So Pique doesn't think that Lamine Yamal would have been playing in Pique's generation. I'm not sure what he exactly means, if he's talking about maybe the Pep Guardiola years, in 2009, that treble winning team. Are we talking about the Luis Enrique years? Are we talking about in between? Are we talking about all? He didn't really specify what he meant nor why he meant it, but saying that Lamine Yamal wouldn't have, as great as he is now, he wouldn't have played alongside, Pique back in his generation, which I don't know. I completely disagree. I think Lamine Yamal is not only good or great, but I think he's one of those once-in-a-generation kind of players, like a generational talent. We've all seen what he can do. And let's not forget, he's only 17 years old. We haven't even seen the tip of the iceberg as far as how good he could be. So I don't know about this. I mean, I could see Lamine Yamal competing with the likes of Pedro, Villa, Dembele, because Dembele played with Pique. So I don't know. But what do you guys think? Do you think Lamine Yamal wouldn't have played had he been born at the same time as Gerard Pique and the rest? Let me know down below in the comment section. Now, one player that did play with Gerard Pique was Lionel Messi. And today, Alex Candall stated that Messi will be coming back to Barcelona. Now, if you don't know who Alex Candall is, he's the reporter who broke the story that Messi was going to be going back to, he was going to be going to Inter Miami, which at the time when he broke the story, everybody thought he was crazy. But then a year later, that's exactly what happened. Messi went back to Inter Miami, and now Alex Candall stating that Messi is going back to Barcelona, and he quoted Messi saying the following: "I can't leave football without playing at the new Camp Nou." Alex Candall claimed that that's what Messi said, and as such, that Messi will be going back to Barcelona. Of course, Lionel Messi's contract does expire at the end of this year with Inter Miami. So Alex Candall saying, after that expiration, that he could be coming to Barcelona. Now, what is the club saying? Well, the club are not contemplating the return of Messi. In fact, Joan Laporta is very upset with Lionel Messi's entourage and everything that happened with, Messi's brother coming out and talking crap and blah, blah, blah. Messi is not happy with Joan Laporta at all either. He's very upset because he had to leave and join PSG. So neither party are happy with each other. Plus, Lionel Messi is 38 years old, and to try to secure the services of 38 years old when Barcelona are trying to build a new project under Flick, it just doesn't make any sense. So, yes, Alex Candall was right when he reported the story that Messi was going to Inter Miami, but the chances of Messi, who was nearing retirement, moving to the MLS is much, much higher than him at 38 coming back to Barcelona. So I will put this story in the bin of garbage. Anyways, let's end this video with the news that Barcelona have received the green light for the transfer of Vitor Roque. Now, as I reported in yesterday's video, Barcelona have reached an agreement with Palmeiras for the transfer of Vitor Roque back to Brazil for an exchange for 25 million euros in exchange of 80% of the rights of the player. So Barcelona retaining 20%, Palmeiras buying 80% for 25 million. Vitor Roque reached an agreement with Palmeiras, his personal agreement, length of the contract, salary, etc., etc. The only thing missing was, of course, La Liga, who had blocked this move. Why? Because according to La Liga's rules, in order for Barcelona to offload Vitor Roque needed to go back to Barcelona. Barcelona needed to re-register him, and then they could offload him to Palmeiras. And since the winter transfer market is closed, that cannot happen. Of course, it's an absolutely absurd rule. Why would you register a player that you're about to sell? Occupy a slot on your team that you're about to sell. What if your team is full? Are you going to have to deregister a player so you can register the player that you're about to sell? It just makes absolutely no sense. So, of course, Barcelona's attorneys sat down with the players' attorneys. They reviewed the laws, and they found that under FIFA rules, that's actually allowed. And in fact, they even found a precedent. It looks like Palmeiras had actually done this in the past. They had Pedro Lima, a player that they loaned to Norwich City. Then they broke off the loan, recalled him, and they offloaded him to Osijek, which is a team in Croatia. So not only are there plenty of precedents of this happening, in fact, Palmeiras themselves had already done this in the past. So Barcelona appealed to the FIFA, and FIFA have given Barcelona the green light for the transfer of Vitor Roque. So now FIFA's on board, Barcelona's on board, the players on board, Palmeiras on board, everybody's on board. But of course, there's still the issue of Real Betis, where Real Betis want a compensation for the loss of Vitor Roque, because of course the window transfer market is closed. They're not going to be able to sign anyone in his place, so they wanted monetary compensation. Palmeiras have said they're not going to pay Real Betis for the player. Barcelona are hesitant. They also don't want to pay any money to Real Betis for Vitor Roque. So it's reported that now Barcelona are negotiating with Real Betis different ways of paying them or compensating them. For example, one way could be through Abde, because Barcelona own 50% of the rights of Abde. So in exchange of Real Betis letting Roque go to Palmeiras, Barcelona could be like, okay, maybe we'll only own 45% instead of 15 Abde, right? Relinquish a part of the rights. Or another way could be for Real Betis to have first option to sign a Barcelona player on loan. Kind of like what happened with Vitor Roque, right? Real Betis had the first option. Barcelona wanted to loan out Vitor Roque. There was plenty of clubs interested in him. So being that Real Betis had first option, they got dibs. So they ended up getting Vitor Roque. So for now, Barcelona are still negotiating with Real Betis. As soon as there's an agreement, everybody will be on board and Roque will head back to Brazil. And Barcelona will make 25 million euros, which is not bad for a failed signing. All right, that is all the news for this video. I did do the post-match live analysis. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure to check it out. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. And as always, Visca Barça.